Yep.
All right. So I'm going to get here. Put your chin down. Okay, I'm right there. Now watch. And you guys can probably see that I'm not squeezing 100%, but I'm going to squeeze. You hang on as long as you want. I'm going to try to do this as easy as I can. What was that?
Like I'm going to pass out? Eventually.
You ready, John?
Ready, sir.
Okay. Ready, David?
You're in this.
All right. Teach Me Grappling, guys. Brian Peterson here. And today I'm back to answer all of you guys out there that don't understand how chokes work. And I'm going to try to enlighten you a little bit. Yesterday I dropped that video on Ben Askren, Robbie Lawler. And it's getting lots of hits. Obviously it's doing really well because the fight was a big controversial fight and everybody's researching it and they want to know about the bulldog choke and all that good stuff. There's plenty of other videos on the net that are doing way better than mine, but mine is doing better than my normal videos, so I thought I would address all the people in the comments section that still argue that Robbie Lawler was fine because I didn't address in my video that the choke, the bulldog choke, was on his jaw and not on his neck. Like that matters, okay? So let me try to explain to you guys. Just go to your knees real quick, okay? Again, guys, the bulldog choke, even if you tuck your chin, okay? Guys, see it, his jaw? I'm gonna tuck it like, yeah, there you go. So look, I am clearly not on his neck, okay, guys? Now look, when I walk around and I get to here, if I squeeze him real tight, it's gonna hurt his jaw. You hang on as long as you can. I'm going to squeeze the shit out of you. Are you ready? Hang on as long as you can until you can't take it. All right, what was that?
That was just pain right on my jaw.
Right on the jaw, okay.
Yeah.
Straight up pain. Now, obviously if it's in a fight and I'm Ben Askren and I can grab onto watermelons, if you guys haven't seen that video, and break open and bust open some watermelons with my grip and my squeeze, it's really strong. It's going to hurt your jaw. But if you're fighting for a lot of money, you're Robbie Lawler, you're probably going to handle it. You're probably going to take it. Now to simulate that, guys, I'm not even going to squeeze him 100%. I'm just going to give, I'm not the watermelon squeeze. I'm going to give him a little lemon squeeze. Okay, just a little lemon squeeze. And then when I do that, what's going to happen is he's going to feel pressure on his jaw. And then what's going to happen next is it's going to push so much. Actually, let me just do it. And then you go ahead and tell me what you feel. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to get here. Put your chin down. Okay, I'm right there. Now watch. And you guys can probably see that I'm not squeezing 100%, but I'm going to squeeze. You hang on as long as you want. I'm going to try to do this as easy as I can. What was that?
Like I'm going to pass out? Eventually I'm going to pass out. Yeah. It's a lot different.
Now, you guys can figure out how long that took. I would estimate that was like five seconds, maybe 6 seconds of silence right there. But remember, Ben Askren is squeezing. He's squeezing as hard as he can. That's why and his arm dropping. Of course, I understand you guys looked at a separate angle and you guys see this whole thing with the pulling the arm away and a so-called thumbs up. I'm still not convinced. The reason why is because I saw the arm go limp. When people are out, again, I'm gonna say this again. When people go out, they move sometimes. They're not 100% out, let's say. And again, guys, if I could do it all over again, you know, if I could somehow snap my fingers and the fight could happen again, and I could be there to say, right before the fight, and say, Herb, let it go a little longer. You know, of course I would want it to go longer so it could be legitimate, let's say. But what I'm trying to say is, it wouldn't have made a difference. He was going out. Yes, I do think that the fight was stopped early. So don't get me wrong. I think it was due to the fact that he was able to get up right away, yes. But what I'm trying to say is, guys, he wasn't okay because it was on his jaw. He was still gonna go out. eventually. He was out of it. It's similar to an early stoppage from a punch, where a guy kind of gets wobbled. Maybe the referee stops it a little early, but we all know that the guy wouldn't have made it back into the fight. He was definitely going to be done, okay? Anyway, now I'd like to tell you guys a few stories. Again, maybe not a whole lot of technique, but I'm telling you guys some stories about getting choked out. First time I ever dealt with this, guys, I choked out my coach. Royce Gracie had just lost to Valigi Ismail in Brazil. And the clock choke was used against Royce Gracie. It was a choke at that moment was very popular, and everyone was trying to practice it. And so I was practicing it, and I was sparring with my coach, and it was the first time I ever choked anybody out was my coach. I caught him in the position, squeezed it, it was in the gi. Gi chokes work way better than no-gi style chokes most of the time. They work very fast, they cut the carotid, and it's like lights out. So he went out, he didn't realize it, and he went out. I revived him, doing what I thought was a good thing. Lay on your back, pretend you're unconscious. Okay? Guys, this is what we learned. Like, I'm not saying there was a course I took, but we would watch the Gracie in action tapes, and we would see the guys when Halo Gracie had choked out, I believe his name was Kato. He would like lift him up like this, the referee, and then they would put their knee in the back and go like this, and kind of like pull his shoulders back and forth and maybe slap him in the face. And that's how they would wake guys up. It was ridiculous. So nowadays, when the guy goes out, this is more common, guys. You lay the person on their back, they usually pick up the legs, and then the idea is that the blood rushes back, and then you kind of shake them. And what I always talk about is they wake up in a very natural state, laying on their back. When you wake someone up, if they're in any other position, like a seated position, they tend to panic, and then they go, what the hell's going on? You know, you wake somebody up right here, and he starts going, what? You know, when they're laying on their back, it's a little bit more like sleeping, so they tend to not get up and go crazy, usually. So, what else can I say? So next story, guys, first time I ever got choked out, it was in the gi. Guy caught me in a guillotine with a gi and pulled it. My head was inside. I passed the side control. And the next thing I remember is I'm on my back, I'm looking up, and he's hitting me on the chest like this, lay on your back, and he's going like this. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And dude, the feeling you get when you pass out, you're all tingly, you know, it's hard, you're very lightheaded, but you almost feel really good. You know, it's kind of strange. I don't recommend any of you guys try to choke each other out. I'm one of the guys that thinks that there's got to be some damage going on. Definitely, probably some brain cells are being killed by starving your brain of oxygen. There's people out there that think it's totally harmless. Back in the 90s when I started training, I would watch Gene LaBelle. He would choke out, I believe it was his son. It was some family member. I think it was his son. He would choke him out for a demonstration using the gi. Not a rear naked, but he would choke him out with the gi and drop him right in front of everybody as he was talking to everyone and let him sleep right in front of us for a few minutes. And then someone would wake him up and then he'd walk off. It was crazy, guys. I'm not an advocate of that. I think that, you know, when you see those videos of guys get choked out when they get a belt, I think that's so stupid. Don't do that. I think that's ridiculous. I think there's got to be some damage. Obviously, I think maybe it's probably not as bad as the jarring of a punch or a kick or a knee, but it's probably not the same as that kind of concussion, but it can't be good for us, guys. But having said that, it's relatively safe. I've never seen anybody have serious complications when they were choked out. As a referee, I've revived lots and lots of guys. I didn't count them all, but I mean, I probably revived, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 guys from being unconscious, maybe even 100, somewhere between 50 and 100 in my life. So I've never seen any of those people have any problems. Now, they do say that you can get strokes. There can be some complications. So, and I think it's mostly dependent on how long you put them out for. You know, when you get first choked out, you get choked. Sometimes it doesn't go completely out because you just kind of just go on the other side of the curtain and you can come back quick on your own. Other times, if they hold it long enough, like not like Robbie Lawler. So Robbie Lawler was able to come right back. He wasn't completely out. Sometimes you'll go completely out, and again, you don't even know where you are. You think you had a dream. You know, you're even wondering why you're in the gym for a split second until you realize you were grappling. So I got a few more stories for you on passing out. Okay, I choked out a guy on VH1. If you guys ever saw that, it was on a show called Tough Love. Did you see that?
No.
Okay, no, you didn't see it. Anyway, it was kind of like a dating show. And one of my fighters was actually dating this girl. They stick her in a house, and maybe I'll drop the clip in this video. But I ended up choking him out on television because he didn't want to tap, and I put him out. But anyway, another one, a weird one, guys. One time I came back from Hawaii. I just got off the plane. I was relaxed, and one of my students, I came into class straight from the airport from LAX. And one of my students said, I can't choke out Herman. One of my students named Herman. So they go, I can't choke out Herman. Coach, come show me how to choke out Herman with an arm triangle. So we go and we get Herman on his back. And I'm the coach, right? So I'm supposed to have the perfect technique. I was relaxed, guys, and I just got off the plane. I don't know what did it, but all I'm gonna say is Herman's a skinny dude. Usually the big dudes, real thick, they're easy to choke out with arm triangles. He's a skinny dude, and I went down here like this. I got it as deep as I could, and guys, I went like this, and I squeezed. And when I squeezed, he wasn't tapping. And you know what the next thing that happened was? I let go, and I went, I'm passing out. I almost choked myself unconscious, I swear, from squeezing him so hard and pressuring my neck, probably just the right spot of my carotid artery against him, and I almost choked myself out. Unbelievable, guys. I'm being honest. This is a true story. I was kind of like embarrassed at first, but I had to be honest. I'm an honest person. I said, hey guys, first of all, you're really hard to choke out, and I almost just choked myself out. I almost passed out right now. If you guys have ever done this, like serious, just go spend some time in front of the mirror, be completely cold, like not warmed up, and just start going flex on. Just start flexing and squeezing as hard as you can. Sometimes you can literally almost make yourself pass out from flexing and squeezing and exerting. People who do heavy deadlifts, happens all the time. I did a heavy deadlift, did like 310 on a deadlift. That's heavy for me, guys. I know you guys out there that can seriously deadlift, you're probably laughing. But for me, 310 was like really hard. I did it, and I dropped that bar, and I immediately said, I gotta lay down. And I laid down before I hit the deck, because I was about to. It's weird, dude, getting choked out. Last story I got for you guys, because I've been choked out. I've probably been choked out about 5 times in my life. So I still remember most people's names. Jason, right? David.
Yeah,
David. So one story that just happened actually in the last few months. We have one of our students who's really good with the punch choke, with the guillotine version. Danny, if you're out there, everybody's gonna know that you're famous. You're famous for this choke. Okay? He puts the fist inside here. Guys, I have a video on this. And then you grab, and then you squeeze, and you get a choke. That choke right there, he was choking everybody out. Everybody in the room. Okay, maybe not you, David. But a lot of guys in the room were passing out to it because they didn't want to tap to Danny. And so they said, Coach, how would you defend this? So he gets me, do you know how to do this?
Yeah.
He gets me in a choke right here, and he starts making the grip, right? And now, we were on our feet, so I immediately double legged him and took him down. Go ahead, let me. And he's squeezing me. As he's squeezing me, I'm hanging out here. I'm trying to defend like this. I'm going, he's going to get tired. I'll survive this. I'm pushing with my shoulder. I'm reaching in here trying to survive it. And then after about maybe 8 seconds, one of our other students just said, you know, maybe because he was respectful of me being coach, he was like, you can't catch Coach Brian, whatever it was. And he lets go. Go ahead, he lets go. Let go. I get up like this and I go, yeah, you know, I'll just wait it out. I could just wait this choke out. And then that long a delay, I started going like this. Inside my head, by the way. Couldn't move my arms. I was sitting here on a boat shaking inside my head. On the outside, I wasn't. On the inside, I was totally numb. I knew I was out. I could still see. And so I was honest. And I told the guys, I go, guys, I'm out right now. Am I moving? Am I moving? And they go, no, you're not. And I said, I feel like I'm moving. I felt like I was moving. So they said that I wasn't. Sometimes when you guys go out, you'll start slobbering, kind of snoring. You won't even notice it. It's kind of involuntary. Sometimes you won't be able to talk. You think you can talk, but you can't. Nothing's coming out, but you think you're talking. I've been choked out before where I was trying to tell, we did a triangle experiment. Try to escape Jimmy's triangle. My friend Jimmy Tang. Try to escape Jimmy Tang's triangle. He's a black belt, Jean-Jacques black belt. So he puts me in a triangle. I'm gonna try to get out. The second we go, he thinks, oh, Brian, he's got something up his sleeve. He's gonna try hard. Well, I was ready to try hard if I could do it, but the triangle was fully locked. So I tried, and the second he put it on, it was so effective. I was already tapping. But what was my hand doing? Not doing anything. I was doing the Robbie Lawler. In my eye, I could see, I could feel somewhat, and I was trying to say, I can't get out. I can't get out. I can't get out. And I thought I was tapping. Finally, I told myself, he's not going to let go. I knew I was out. And I said, tap harder. Every bit of willpower you have, tap harder. I finally got my hand to tap. I was already out, with my eyes open, seeing. And I finally tapped him in the triangle. I tapped him hard enough. And he let go, and he looks in my eyes, and he can see that I'm unconscious. And he goes, you all right? Hey, you okay? And I was sitting up, and I'm going, I'm trying to tap. I tried to tap you. Finally came to, and I experienced every bit of it. But I was out. I was out. And sure, I came to, and I could speak normal. Everything was okay. But guys, getting choked out is a weird thing. So until you guys have been choked out, try to listen to the people that have. Again, I've revived many, many people, and I've been choked out many times myself. I know what it's like. I've been behind the curtain. And I don't think it's a good thing, so try not to do it. I guess that's all I want to say, David. That's all we needed.
Yeah.
I needed you for that. Okay? Remember, guys, if it's on the chin, if it's on the jaw, it's still a choke. Touch the chin. You guys get a rear naked. Don't say, oh, it's just a jaw crank. If I squeeze this and I just got a light squeeze, it's going to affect those carotids eventually. Just like that. And the guys, how's it feel?
Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna choke me out.
Okay. All right, guys. Teach Me Grappling. Hope you learned something from today's lesson. Click that link down below. Patreon, PayPal. Contribute to this channel. I appreciate all you guys that already do. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with something new. Thank you. Take it easy.